Death isn't the end of life. It's the raw, vital ingredient that gives every single moment its profound, unrepeatable taste. You are dying right now, and that terrifying truth is the only true key to living with ferocious intention. This isn't morbid introspection, it's the most powerful philosophical lever you will ever encounter. Your awareness of finality transforms the mundane into the magnificent. In the coming moments, you will unlock the ancient Stoic principle of memento mori, a practice often misunderstood as a grim fascination, but which is, in fact, the blueprint for a fiercely appreciative existence. You will discover how embracing your own impermanence can shatter the chains of procrastination, dissolve the illusion of endless time, and infuse your daily reality with an urgency that electrifies every choice you make. This isn't about dreading what's to come, but about passionately seizing what is here, right now. Think for a moment of Marcus Aurelius, not as an emperor on a throne, but as a man wrestling with the very human anxieties that plague us all. Imagine him, secluded in his tent during military campaigns, surrounded by the harsh realities of war and the ephemeral nature of human endeavor. He wasn't just contemplating abstract philosophy, he was practicing it as a matter of daily survival, a method to maintain inner tranquility amidst relentless external chaos. His journals, later compiled as Meditations, are not pronouncements but private reflections, a direct window into his soul's struggle and triumph. He understood that life, like the shifting sands of time, is in constant flux, an unending process of formation and dissolution. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This wasn't a casual thought for him. It was a fundamental operating principle. He observed the relentless cycle of growth and decay in the natural world, the rise and fall of empires, the fleeting careers of even the most powerful individuals. He saw how every grand aspiration, every petty grievance, every material possession would ultimately return to dust. For Marcus, this wasn't a cause for despair, but a profound call to prioritize what truly mattered: virtue, reason, and service to humanity. What do you delay today, believing there will always be a tomorrow? Perhaps it's that difficult conversation, that creative project lingering unfinished, that simple act of appreciation for a loved one. We live as if a limitless reservoir of time stretches before us, an illusion that saps our vitality and postpones our most meaningful actions. We chase ephemeral distractions, scrolling through endless feeds, pursuing fleeting external validations, all while the clock of our individual existence ticks down relentlessly. This is where Memento Mori detonates a seismic shift in your perception, transforming you from a passive passenger to the deliberate architect of your life. Before this understanding, perhaps you felt a low hum of anxiety about the future, a vague sense of dissatisfaction, a nagging feeling that you weren't quite living fully. You might have been paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice, or simply drifting, caught in the current of routine and expectation. But with Memento Mori, that changes everything. The fear of death transmutes into an urgency to live. Imagine the person who, before this realization, spent countless hours agonizing over superficial slights or procrastinating on their deepest ambitions, convinced there was always more time. Now, they see the precise, undeniable finitude of their breath, a single short sentence: every breath is borrowed. This stark awareness clarifies their priorities with blinding speed. That trivial slight, it fades to insignificance. That deferred dream, it becomes a non-negotiable imperative. The precious, finite nature of existence becomes a powerful filter, sifting out the inconsequential and illuminating the truly vital. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. You create it. You cease to merely exist and begin to profoundly live. The subtle dread of an unknown future is replaced by a fierce appreciation for the irreducible present. This is not about rushing headlong into recklessness, but about cultivating a deep, unwavering intentionality in every single decision, every interaction, every quiet moment of contemplation. The difference between existing and truly living becomes starkly, beautifully clear. So, how do you integrate this profound truth into the fabric of your daily existence? It isn't enough to simply acknowledge it, you must practice it. Here are 3 concrete Stoic exercises to anchor Memento Mori in your life. Firstly, the daily contemplation of your mortality. Each morning, as you begin your day, pause for a full minute. Imagine this is your last day, not just metaphorically, but truly, deeply imagine it. How would you approach your tasks? Who would you speak to, and with what sincerity? What words would you choose to say or leave unsaid? This isn't about generating fear, but about sharpening your focus. When you finish this contemplation, carry that sharpened awareness into your actions. You'll find yourself less inclined to squander moments, more likely to engage fully, and far more appreciative of the simple act of being. The expected inner result? A profound sense of gratitude and an unwavering commitment to virtue. Secondly, Seneca's wisdom on valuing time becomes paramount. He once wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." For this practice, identify one activity each day that you habitually do mindlessly or out of habit that doesn't genuinely serve your values or bring you joy. Perhaps it's scrolling social media, or engaging in gossip, or endlessly rewatching content. For one full day, consciously reallocate the time you would normally spend on that activity to something meaningful: a short walk in nature, a few pages of a book, a heartfelt conversation, or even dedicated silent reflection. The method is active redirection. The expected inner result? A visceral understanding of time as your most precious, non-renewable asset, and a growing liberation from trivial distractions. Thirdly, the practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, specifically applied to loss. It sounds grim, doesn't it? But it's incredibly empowering. Take a moment to consider someone or something you deeply cherish, a relationship, a skill, a possession, or even your own good health. Now, calmly and rationally consider the possibility of losing it. Imagine its absence. How would you respond? What would remain that is still within your control? This isn't an invitation to catastrophize, but to inoculate yourself against emotional devastation. The method is rational anticipation, not emotional indulgence. The expected inner result? A profound increase in resilience, a deeper appreciation for what you currently have, and a robust mental preparedness that lessens the shock of future change. You are no longer merely a passenger on the relentless current of time, hoping for a pleasant destination. You are now the captain, acutely aware of the finite journey, charting a course with deliberate, courageous strokes. The world hasn't changed, but your perception of it has been fundamentally remade. You are transformed from someone who fears death as an ending into someone who harnesses its inevitability as the ultimate motivator for living a life of profound purpose and undeniable appreciation. This isn't about becoming morbidly obsessed, but about cultivating a fierce, unwavering commitment to the present moment because you understand its fragile, singular beauty. You now see yourself not as a victim of fate, but as a deliberate creator of meaning, imbued with a clarity and urgency that few ever discover. Embrace this ancient, brutal wisdom. Let the awareness of your finite time not paralyze you with fear, but ignite within you an unquenchable fire for a life lived fully, virtuously, and with unwavering intention. This profound understanding of your own mortality is not merely an idea. It is a catalyst for an existence so rich, so deeply felt, that every breath becomes a testament to its power. There is so much more to uncover, so many more ancient truths waiting to reshape how you experience this astonishing journey. The next revelation, I assure you, will be just as transformative.